Wow.
I mean, to be completely honest with you guys, I guess you could say it's entertaining to watch, but it's also entertaining to watch fish try to swim outside of water. Anyone that thought that Eververse was gonna get removed because of the remove Eververse posts doesn't understand how this whole thing works. I mean, like, okay, for example, Robert, you said, I think people are real serious, either remove it, microtransactions, or we'll find another game to play. When a little bit up, you said, I just started playing Division again due to the pay to get items from the holiday event, shame on Bungie. Division also has microtransactions. Like, they do. They're just not as rampant. Like, they literally have them. You can go downstairs in the terminal in the Division and literally spend money. Yeah, I mean, it's a hoodie, but thanks. Eververse ain't going anywhere, my dudes. But if we can get them to change it, and make it to where we can actually, you know, get the ships and sparrows and things, like, good. At least it's changing. They could have just said, fuck you, and not done anything. But I'm here to do math and stuff. This is definitely a hoodie. This is definitely a hoodie. I'm here to do math and play video games. Alright, that's what we're here for today. The eventually is what people are, to find this, did you consider marking the map at 2 points, say 100 meters apart, then using that measurement to find the area of the map? What do you mean marking the map at, like here, I'll show you what I did. Thank you, Carlton. What percentage am I on? What percentage of, like, oh, okay, you're asking for Destiny stats, Destiny sets. I'm still at 38%. I didn't play yesterday. I didn't play after the stream yesterday. I'm only at 38%. We're gonna keep going, though. Only at 38% of the weapons. How big is the Leviathan raid? A lot bigger. What games will I be playing today? This one because I'm working on a video. I'll be playing Destiny because I'm working on a video. I'm using the stream to give me a reason to actually sit down and play. He was talking actual size, Jack. He was talking actual size. But I'll show you guys how I went about a little bit more in detail of how I did the whole Mercury thing, since that was a question that someone had. Plus I need to go here anyways. Alright, so I'll kind of actually show what happened here and how it all perspired and how it... Alright, so like this was something that I considered, the fact that you can see how far away these are. Like I considered doing that kind of thing and looking at those. It was easier to do what I did though. I just need interceptors to show up. It was easier to do what I did. You'll see. You'll see how easy this was. I just need interceptors somewhere, which they should show up at some point. Because like, by the way, I'm still in like, I'm still like morning mode, so I apologize for the voice and I apologize for the... Okay, cool, there's an interceptor. So this is what happened. We had an interceptor show up in general. Okay, so we had an interceptor show up, and I'm gonna deal with this because it's gonna cause me a problem if I don't take him out. Please turn around, thank you. Okay, just go over there. Good. All right, so this is what I did. This is what I did when you guys were like, thank you, Kit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so this is what I did. So I take this interceptor, and first of all, I want to show you guys something. When you look at the distance, right, it says I'm 7 meters away. When I get right here, I'm still a meter away. When I'm over here, I'm 3 meters away, right? But if you walk to right here and crouch, you're 0 meters away, which means it measures from right here. It measures from right here. So I knew that if I put this at an angle and centered it like that, that roughly right here is 0 meters, and it lines up pretty much. Pretty much lines up. So I went over here and I stood as close to the portal as I could get, which turns out to be about right there. And then I turned around and I looked at the interceptor, which is about 100 meters. So that's how I got that measurement. And then I'd run around to the other side. So when I said I looked through the wall, I'm going to leave that where it's at, and hopefully none of the people doing the public event right now move my interceptor. That was actually a problem I had when I did that video, is people would move the interceptor a lot. Like, they would be like, oh, there's an interceptor here, and then they'd fucking move it, and it would be irritating. So then I came over here and kind of gauged where the center was. So I was like, about right there, and then I walked up to right here, and I looked through the wall, and then boom, it's about 84, 85 meters, right? So, and then I moved the interceptor to right there and did it again. That's essentially what I did. That's how I did it. And then I kind of double checked all those areas over there too, and I did all the little side areas and stuff. It was a lot easier to do that than try to like count pixels and stuff. Alright, what are the challenges today? Loot treasures, kill vehicle, come to your vehicle tires. I probably should go do that. So that is how I measured Mercury. No, I'm not gonna make all the things masterwork. At least not yet. I might revisit this topic, but the point, the whole thing that I'm trying to do right now doesn't need to be 100% precise. It just needs to be fairly accurate with things. Like, things can be masterworks. It's not gonna really change it too much. People will argue semantics and stuff, but I don't really care. Semantics or whatever. I just want a generalization on things. The DLC was pretty and had a decent enough story. It was just very, very shallow. It was a bunch of almost theirs. I mean, that's everything that is Bungie right now, is just a bunch of almost theirs. They're so close to getting things right, they just don't. Bungie almost nails it on everything. That's I think that has to be Bungie's like motto, and that's not actually true. Don't take those words and be like, well, cost at Bungie's motto is that they almost do it, and like that's what they go by. Like, no, they almost get it, and then they're just almost there every single time. It's just a bunch of almost theirs, which is kind of infuriating, because like they're so close on so many things. Little tweaks to almost everything that is the game would make this game very, very good. At least it would bring it back to its former glory of what we loved about Destiny 1. It was just a bunch of almost theirs, and that's what's frustrating about it. Yeah, not even close enough. They were just almost there. Okay, there's that. No, I mean, Destiny always looks good. Like, that's what you're saying. Destiny always looks good. How's it going, Luke? There's never a time when Destiny doesn't look good. I mean, here's the thing, right? I'm not, like, when I made that video about the size, it wasn't to prove some sort of point. I just wanted to literally, like, because people were like, it's small. And I was like, how small? Like, it was purely a how small. It wasn't like, oh, this is a massive issue. Like, no, it wasn't even a massive issue in my mind. It wasn't something that I was particularly worried about at all. It was just an idea that everyone's complaining about it, so I was like, I wonder how actually small it is, and then I got the answer. Yeah, it had nothing to do with proving some sort of stupid point or anything like that. It was none of that. It was literally, I wonder, and then I got the answer. That's how a lot of my videos go. It's a bunch of I wonders, and then I answer the question. I didn't care at all, actually. It wasn't even something that I was like particularly like, this is a horrible issue. This is the biggest issue that is in Destiny. There are much bigger issues in Destiny. Like the whole endgame grind. And I will state that to the end of the day. There's just like, I mean, you can still look good when you're ugly. I mean, if you can say that he's ugly, they did a good job at making him ugly for sure. I really need to I need to go out of my way and get Sagira. Even though I don't think I can do it this week, but oh well. I'll do a little bit of strikes today, even though that's not something that I want to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, what I'm going to do. Okay. I don't even know where I am when it comes to getting these done. I think I still need a couple more. I think I can finish. I'm turn these in though. Get a couple here, or one. I have that weapon. I dislike you, game. That's fine though. I think I have both those weapons too. I don't remember though. Do I have a Shakana? Don't have a Shakana. Alright, let's put that there. Do I have a blue shift? I do, but I can put that new blue shift there, put that one there. Do not have a Shakana, I don't believe. I'll double check later. Okay, I do have a Balgant. I do not have a Shakana. Please go into the vault. Thank you. Alright, so I can get rid of these two. There's another new weapon, chat. That's essentially what we're doing today. That's what we're gonna be doing. If anyone's wondering like what the whole premise is and what we're aiming for, we're just gonna be doing a bunch of getting weapons and getting things. Luke Smith and his place on Bungie. My whole thought on what goes with Luke Smith. I think what happens with Luke Smith is Luke Smith makes the start of a game. Right, Luke Smith is pretty good at making up for what he makes mistakes on. Because Luke Smith played a big role in goddamn, I can't even think right now. Jesus. Like the early development of Destiny 1, specifically the Vault of Glass and stuff like that, and then kind of disappeared on the whole development cycle thing, and then came back for Taken King and made Taken King really good. I feel like Luke Smith doesn't know how to start a game as a director. I think he knows how to finish a game. I think he needs to rethink on how he starts games, because he could definitely fix games. I mean, a lot of people will say that the Taken King is what revived Destiny 1, and I think when we get to the Taken King version of Destiny 2, we'll be in a good place. It's just, will the game survive until the Taken King of Destiny 2? That's kind of what's gonna happen here. And we're working on, I'm working on getting all the weapons in the game. Not all. Well, I say getting everything, but not getting everything, if that makes sense. Well, last scout report. Alright, cool. I need 3 chests. Things are good. Things are good. My voice is a little off today. This isn't even... I thought it was morning voice, but I can actually tell that my voice is off today, which kind of sucks, but we'll deal with it. Voice is a little off. I want to pull up my Sparrow, but I can't. But like I said, I need to get Sagira for Mercury, but I don't think, I mean, yeah, we don't know what it's gonna be called, and I doubt they're gonna go, this one's called the Taken King. Like, that's no, it's not. Not specific in a comment, Luke. What do you mean? What are your thoughts on the weapon slot archetype improvements? That's like the whole point of doing this. That's the whole point on doing this, Luke. That's the whole point of getting all the weapons. It's the whole point. What would I do if special weapons returned? I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to move some stuff around, and I think that's what needs to happen. I think special weapons need to, I wouldn't say all of them. I'm going to go into the math of why specific weapon types need to be moved slots. That, like I said, that's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of getting all the weapons. I need to do a bunch of number crunching, doing my normal thing where I go above and beyond just to prove a fucking nominal point. But that's what I'm kind of aiming to do. Yeah, I'm gonna see exactly what's changed and why things got moved and how weapons are balanced. That is not true. Special weapons absolutely can turn. there's a I'll show you something. We'll go into why this is not a out of reach in the development. If anyone feels that like the development and how things are coded right now are out of reach, it's not out of reach. I'll show you. All right, so let me get to a spot where I won't die, and I will show you why special weapons absolutely can return. Okay, so this is I do a lot of API digging, and you guys know that. I don't know if you guys know how much I do, but I do a decent amount of API digging. All right, so you've got all the things in the API, right? And this is on Destiny sets. This is a data explorer. Just literally lets you search items by name or by hash or by their chain or anything that exists, right? So you can start looking at weapons and you're like, okay, I want to look for things that are, let's just say snipers, right? Let's say snipers, since those are things that people are generally curious about. So whenever you look at a sniper, and did I fade over? I did fade over. Okay. Oh, okay. Didn't mean to click on that just yet. Whenever you got this, these things are labeled as sniper rifles. Like, that's their key name, right? So we're just going to go and let's say, I don't know, let's just go with the long walk, right? So when you look in here, you can see a bunch of keys, and this is how the API looks at things, right? You've got your display properties, and this is gonna say like its flavor text, its name, its icon, right? You've got your background color. I mean, again, this is just how the background works. Cool, great. That's how it shows up in the API. Basically, whenever you look at a weapon, it's looking at all these things. You've got your action keys. This is where you can dismantle. This is where all the flags delete on action is true, consume entire stack false, etc, etc, etc. You can go into your inventory keys, and this is where things get interesting, right? This has got a bucket type hash of inventory bucket, quote, power weapons, end quote, and then it's hash. Okay, great. This is a power weapon in the inventory bucket type hash. Probably a little confusing, but just note the power weapon, and this is where it stacks in the inventory, where it applies in the inventory, stuff like that, okay? This is where it stacks, this is where it sits, and when it knows where to put it and where to equip it, it looks at the bucket type hash. Cool. So now we've got something like a submachine gun, right? Let's just pick up on this one. We go same back down to the inventory key. In the bucket type hash, it is an inventory bucket of energy weapons, and that's its hash. All they need to do in their API is look at things like a sniper, and every single one of these in their code, they just need to go to the inventory start and literally change the bucket type hash to energy weapons. Boom, they're now special weapons. That's all you need to do. It's really not challenging for them. They have it set up to where they can do it. It's just a matter of doing it. It's really not that it's not as challenging and out of reach as people think it is. By the way, thank you, Wilhelm. Do I have all the forge weapons? No, that's what I need to do. I think that's what I'm gonna do today, because those are weapons that I need to get. So yeah, anyone that says that they cannot switch stuff around, they absolutely can. They can move stuff as much as they want. If they wanted to make a sniper that's why they were able to have shotguns that were primaries in Destiny 1. It's just all about where they sit stuff and how they code stuff. It's a lot, I mean, it's a lot more convoluted than what I made it seem. I mean, they would really have to go in and dig. Want to see dual weapons in Destiny 2? I mean, it's not out of the realm. It's very possible. They just have to model it. It wouldn't be any different than having a submachine gun. They would just have to change the model of the character, do some stuff, and it would really. What am I doing? I was looking for. What was I doing? What the heck is this cat? This like a. Fuck. I'm looking for chests, and then I just got distracted by what we were talking about. It's I disagree. That's what I'm actually trying to do, Sky Hunter, is show that that's not a problem. It's a lot simpler than people make it out to be, but it's also a lot more complex than I made it out to be. And it's a balance. Yeah, there is a balance issue, but then I also did a little quick test, and I put it in the Discord and stuff. There's a chest down there. It's completely doable. Completely doable. One. I just need 3 chests, game. I probably should be doing patrols while I'm running around in circles looking for chests. But, you know what? I'm gonna do that. How's it going, Yusuf? How's it going?
It's important to study what our enemies carry into battle. It helps us learn how to better destroy them.
Putting the standard game on the Mayhem Timer would not be a good move. Putting a standard game on the Mayhem Timer would not actually fix anything. That would just make supers and stuff more potent, and that's not what you want either. That doesn't make the weapons better. That makes the supers potent and annoying. It's a delicate thing. Anyone know why they remove machine guns? Because they don't fit into the energy or powers or energy or kinetic slot currently. Because they're too potent, but they're too weak to be considered in the power slot. Their whole justification was that power slot was supposed to be the one-hit kills. The whole justification of things going the power slot is because of their ability to one-hit kill. That was their initial justification, which didn't work out, so. Should have been a much different situation, but you know, whatever.
We got it all. Well, you got it all. I just kind of watched.
Not super's just heavy? It still wouldn't fix anything. I would just make it a heavy meta. Again, it's too tiny of a change. It's not a full-fledged change there. That's not a change that would drastically overhaul the game. That would just make it to where power weapons were rampant. Do you really want people running around with Legend of Acarius all the time? Grenade launchers do one-hit kill. You're thinking only PvP. You're thinking only PvP. That's not the justification. I don't ever push the whole do the same thing that we already did. Would give you more chances with heavy, right? But it would make heavy as the only viable option, Wilhelm. It's not the problem. The problem is not the fact that heavies are weak. That's not the problem at all, actually. It's not even close to the problem. Wonder if this counts as a chest. Probably not. They do tune PvE and PvE separately. Again, like they do. They do, because this weapon, the Prometheus lens did not get batted. It did not get nerf hammered. Like it did not change. Everyone's like, oh, the Prometheus lens is now so much worse in PvE. Like, no, it's not. It's not. It's still. It's not. Like, I know people think it did, but it really didn't. It did not get the nerf hammer. It's still powerful. It still melts things. It's just like changing the timers in PvP would not do anything. It would just change the timers in PvP and we'd have a completely different problem. Yeah, it's not something that you want, I promise. Mayhem was fun because it's fun to be overpowered. Mayhem wasn't fun because you have heavy timers and super timers. It's a very delicate thing. It's just hard to see why those things exist and how they exist. Yeah, but they always want to try and keep weapons consistent across PvE and PvP. I'd like to see how the game would change if the modes were drastically different. I mean, I agree with that a little bit. I mean, I don't see why we can't be just stupid overpowered in PvE. I don't understand the balance of PvE and the way they handle the balance of PvE. It's kind of weird to me, but I guess I can kind of understand it a little bit. But I agree with you. That's not why it was fun, though. It was not fun because of the timing. It was fun because of the timing, because you're so used to how slow it is right now. It changed. It's because it was so drastically different. I just wanted to play it so I could get more chances to use a sniper, so bottom line, we need more snipers. No. We need snipers that are readily available and more often. See? What you want, right, is you want snipers to be in a different slot potentially, because if you change the timers, I think Destiny 2 appeals to more casual players. I don't think it changed anyway, you know, in the appeal. I think I think the problem is that it doesn't appeal to the hardcore enough. I don't think there was too much of a drastic change when it came to how much it appeals to casual players. It just doesn't appeal to the hardcore enough. It's a much different situation. And I feel like people use that as some sort of insult, or like it's not a bad thing. You have to appeal to your casual player base, right? Because you can't create hardcore players without casual players. Every one of us started as a casual player. But I don't but saying I don't think doesn't mean they won't.
That was amazing. I'm glad you can put your skills to good use.
But we can't can't them to do anything meaningful? We absolutely can. They're making meaningful changes. I promise you, they are. They really are. They're just they're coming too slow. That's the thing. Like, I don't think people realize that there are meaningful changes occurring. Everything that is occurring in that blog update was a good update. They didn't say they were going to change it to specifically say they were going to change it. They never said never. They never said never. It's not a. What are you hoping for the next DLC? I don't hope for things in DLCs. I pay more attention to blog updates than I do than DLCs. Like, it's a much different situation there. I don't hope for things in DLCs. It doesn't do anything. Hoping for something to come into DLC is a bad way of hoping for change. Hoping that I have to pay for a change is not how I want to hope for things. I don't care what the next DLC does. I just want the game to get better. It's all a matter of just they need to make drastic changes, and we need to see what those changes are going to be. Like, you don't want it to be as good. You want it to be better as D1. You want to be like saying I hope it's as good is not how to change it either. You want a game that's better. This is a sequel. We want something that's better than Destiny 1. Saying you hope that it's as good as D1 by the end of the year, right, is again not going to incite change. Well, I hope we just get back to what we already had. That'd be nice. Like, no. You keep improving. I hope it's better than D1 by the end of the year. I hope we surpass D1 and then some. Settling for adequate with the talent that's over Bungie. Bungie's an incredibly talented team. Like, they really are. They are not bad developers. They've made bad choices. I disagree with that too.
Alright.
Hey, I got an exotic from a patrol.
Baddies on Mercury carry more stuff than the others.
They have not. Okay, so if they really want this game to get better, they would ask any content creator what they should do. Anyone could tell them how to make improvements. That's also not true. I have my own agenda. Datto has his own agenda. More Console has his own agenda. We all have our own agenda of what we want this game to be. If you just ask the content creators, it's going to cater to that content creator. It's not going to do anything at all. Again, like, speaking with Datto doesn't do anything. That's not going to fix the game. I promise you guys. What I want from this game is vastly different than everyone else. Oh, I got all the exotics? No.
You have stopped them.
I don't think I might not have that. Do I have a Lincoln Green? Is that another weapon that we've gotten on the list? It's a new weapon. That is a new weapon. Cool. Cool. That's another weapon. We're knocking them out, chat. We're knocking them out. A lot of 331. Well, my 331, 32. Good 331. Yes. 331. Almost 332. I'm sure what you want would be better than what is available at present. It would be better for me. It would be better for me, and that's it. Like, okay, like, here's the thing, chat. What is something that you enjoy about Destiny 2 right now? Like, yeah, there's probably things that you could probably list a bunch of things that you dislike, right? You can probably list just an unending amount of things that you dislike, right? But what is something you enjoy about Destiny 2 right now? What do you enjoy? What are some of the things that you enjoy about Destiny? I'm almost certain that some of the things that you enjoy about Destiny I guarantee you that there are things that, like, raid lair, auto rifles, potential. Solo grinding for Mercury weapons. Raids. The amount of public events spawning. There's nothing good in this game. I disagree. You like the lore? So, okay. Again, hide and seek in the tower. Notice how these are all different, and there are things. Wilhelm, are you done? Because I can get rid of you. Alright, you know what? No. Wilhelm, I'm gonna give you a thing here. I'm gonna give you a chance here. The forged weapons. I'm gonna give you a chance here, Wilhelm. Are you really gonna be filled with negativity here? Are you gonna really do it? Because I'll remove you from my chat. I really don't. Heroic Adventures. Mantle. Like, you guys see, the thing is that, like, there's people that like things, right? The community when we aren't arguing. Okay, so like there's a bunch of things that people like about Destiny 2, right? Someone said that they really like forged weapons, right? Right? You like the forged weapons. In my personal opinion, I would totally rework how the forged weapons are. And there's a good chance that if I told Bungie how I would change forged weapons, the dude that said that he likes forged weapons might not like forged weapons anymore. You like heroic strikes, right? Okay, cool. There's a lot of things that I would fundamentally change about heroic strikes, right? And again, you may agree with some of my changes, but there's a giant list of different things that people enjoy in this game, and there's a couple of them there, right? Right? There's a couple things that people said in there that I don't like their current standpoint. Like, there's things that I could say, like, oh, I would change this about this, and like this, and this. But like, I get that, and I can go on about things too, but you have to remember that you can't just say that the entire game is bad, right? Because there's something that is good. There are good points about Destiny. If you didn't like Destiny 2, you wouldn't be upset with how Destiny 2 is. If there wasn't pieces of the puzzle that you didn't enjoy, right? Like, there's things that I would change that you would disagree with. There's things that you would change that I would disagree with. Right? There are things that I think are in a good spot that don't need to be changed. I like the token system, right? See, but here's the thing. Like, I don't agree with the harsh grind, but it's still a grind, right? That's what you said, right? I think the grind isn't enough. I don't think it's enough. I mean, like, you're like, I think the grind needs to be like tripled or quadrupled. I don't think the grind's enough. And if I made that suggestion, like, hey, just make the grind a lot, but like, here's how you make that grind better and more in depth, they may not. Like, you said that you don't enjoy the harsh grind. I don't think it's enough.
Are still off the charts.
There must be a source. The Cabal hurt Asgardian, but the Taken could ruin the EDZ forever. Put an end to this.
I could sit there and nitpick Destiny 1 though. Like, you could talk about how great Destiny 1 is, but I can nitpick Destiny 1 about how all the things that needed to be changed. Like, there are so many that you can't just sit here and say that everything's bad about this game. You could always improve upon everything.
This was the place to do it. They didn't pick it by accident.
Right. Okay, so now we're on a point, right? Where you say that the grind needs to be way more, but that would push away the person that says that they don't like the harsh grind. There needs to be a balance. Like, so this goes back to the whole point that I was making of, like, they just need to talk to the content creators. That's not true at all. If they talk to the content creators are going to make suggestions that no one wants. Where's the Warframe content? I don't make Warframe content. I never made Warframe content. I never made Destiny. I don't make Destiny content. I make content. And if you're only here for me to make Warframe content, probably should unsub. Because I don't make Warframe content. Never did. I made a Warframe review and a couple beginner's guides. I don't make Destiny content. It's content with Destiny in the background. As I said, if you don't like my content for me, then you're probably on the wrong channel. Come to my channel for me. Remember the Thorn Quest? Which Thorn Quest? Saying remember the Thorn Quest doesn't tell me anything. Did you like one over the other? Which exotic quest though? Do you want year one, like, do you want year one quests that just appear randomly when you turn in bounties? That doesn't seem like, or are you talking about the exotic quest that came in like year two? Like there's, good job, Titan. Do you really want the quest? You really want to bring back the quests where all you did to get them was go into bounties and turn them in luckily? See, like, here's the difference. I missed the exotic circle, specifically the Dark Trigger. See, those were year two quests. Do you want the randomness where you have no control over when you get the quest? See, no, Black Spindle, you see what I'm saying? I already answered your question, my dude. I already answered your question, Omar. I did. I answered your question. Taken King were better, but you're seeing what's going on here. Your feedback, right, was I miss exotic quests, right? I miss exotic quests, right? How is Bungie to interpret that? How is Bungie to interpret that? If you miss exotic quests, do you miss the randomness of the bounty exotic quests, or do you miss year two quests? Because if you say I miss exotic quests, Bungie could interpret that any of the two ways that exist. You have to be specific with your feedback. I said like that's fine, Omar. What I said is that if you're here for specifically Warframe content, you're probably on the wrong channel. As far as the steps for after acquiring the quest, see, you're not, like, that's my whole point. You need to be specific as to how you want them. Saying I miss exotic quests, Bungie could be like, oh, they're probably like, you did enjoy the randomness of D1? What randomness? What randomness did you enjoy? Are you talking about the exotic quests from bounties? Are you talking about the randomness of what bounty you're gonna get that day? Are you talking about how the public events that were random and had no control, you had no way of telling where they were coming? Are you talking about the weapons? Again, you're not being specific enough as to what randomness you enjoy.
Energy is spiking. This is it.
You're like, here's the thing with me, my content is about what I make, right? I know I'm playing Destiny right now, but I'm using it to make a video that isn't specifically Destiny, right? I'm making videos that are about me. I said Thorn Quest, not exotic, but again, I asked you which Thorn Quest. It's all about how specific you are. And I'm not directly directing it at you. No, I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying. See, it's just all, you have to be specific with your feedback. See, that's the whole point I'm making. Outbreak Prime, anyone? See, there's all sorts of things that are very, very specific as to what you just have to be specific. Feedback is important. A lot of the issues we have is based on our right. A lot of our feedback is what caused the problems we have.
Zavala, the Taken leader is down for the count. Surprise of the day, he was Red Legion.
Possible. Oryx is long dead. There's no one left to take.
Ikora was telling me about a hide tome called the Book of
And those were two
Sorrows
different, like,
that Oryx
those are two different activities. Person of Elders and Court of Oryx. I mean, are you talking, but not Archon's Forge? Like, the whole point I'm making here on being nitpicky, right? On being nitpicky on how you phrase things, right? Is you have to be careful about how you do things and how you say things. You have to be careful about what you suggest. Because it all matters. How's it going, Colby? It's hard to talk specifically in chat typing with lag, and not true. You could be, and I'm not telling specifically to me. I know you didn't. That's my point. You think Daddy Varix was in? Right, and you, like I said, it's all about how you phrase things. Yours, Radical, was more specific. Thank you for your input, Reinhardt, but I'm gonna not do that. Thanks, though. I'm gonna do music that's royalty free and not gonna get me a copyright strike, but thanks. It's not even my music. I'm just gonna not do that. I'm not gonna get copyright strikes. You like are you talking about K-Bar or K-Bar or Kabir or whatever the fuck you pronounce it? Was it the loot for your, like, when you say like Apulia is great still, you beat a wave of waves, do a boss battle, open 2 chests and a legendary chest, that was fun. Was it specifically, like, you have to be very specific with these things? Was it the entirety, or did you like the fact that it was just like, you know, a very, very set way of getting a specific loot? Like, there's a lot that can go into that. Right, and that's my whole point. It's I mean, all stemming back to what I originally said. Exactly. Exactly. I agree with you, Wilhelm. 100%. Right? But the initial, what stemmed this, what started this conversation was Destiny, Bungie and the devs just need to talk to content creators. And every single one of you have suggested, right? Right? That whole, like, they just need to listen to the content creators. My opinions are vastly different than some of yours. I thought Prison of Elders was trash. That's not what I'm not even saying there's nothing to do. Miner, thanks for your input, but that's not what, it's not even close to what I do. It's not even remotely close to what I do or what I'm arguing. Saying that there's nothing to do and it doesn't last forever is not what I'm arguing. I'm not asking for more content. I'm not asking that, I'm not complaining that I've ran out of things to do. That's not even close to what I've been doing. Where have I fucking complained? Are you just getting here? Like, I'm just curious as to what I've complained about. Tell me what I'm complaining about. Because my whole statement was, you don't want me and my opinions to control the game, Miner. My statement is that content creators are not the ones to go to when it comes to suggesting things. I literally said that what I suggest for the game is not what you want, right? Someone said that Bungie... No, I'm not saying the game is dry. What I said fucking is that someone suggested that Bungie and the devs talk to content creators. And I said, no, that's not what needs to fucking happen. What I said is that my opinion on what would be good for the game is vastly different than what your opinion would be good for the game. So fuck off and get the fuck out of my channel. You're a piece of shit.
While you were fighting, I was thinking of a way over that ramp, so I simulated your Sparrow.
Alright.
Good to go.
Guy's going good. Guy's going good. Yeah, like, that's the thing. See, my whole point, like, and that's what's funny about it, is that he assumed something, that I said the game was dry, right? My whole statement was, my opinion is not the one you want to base it off of, and he was like, base it off what you have to do? What you have to say? No! Like, I literally said 2 seconds ago, before he comes in here going off the fucking handle, that my opinion is not the one you want, and you don't want Dato's opinion, or more Console's opinion. So should I get D2 in its current standpoint? Nah, probably not. I'd wait. I'd wait for it to be on sale. I'd wait for it to be on sale. In all honesty.
You're headed straight for him.
I mean, if you liked Destiny 1, I mean, if you like Destiny 1 and you like Destiny and you like the feel of Destiny,
Sounds horrible.
the future where he succeeds.
D2 Sparrow changes confuse me. Why do you think they made them less fun? I mean, what do you like? Less fun? I mean, they didn't really change them much. Sparrows really didn't get changed. They just don't have as much use. Just trying to make me pissed off? I mean, I don't care. It worked. And now he can go, you know, beat his wife or whatever he does in his free time. I don't know. Again, it's how you justify your, like, what is worth it. Like, if you're gonna, like, if you think that, like most people that play Destiny get about 100 hours out of it, is that worth $60 to you? Like, is that worth the $80 to you? What's my name stand for? Way back when, I've got a long storied YouTube history. This isn't my first channel. All right, this is my first channel. It's not my first YouTube channel. It wasn't my first Twitch channel, but it stems from Diablo 3. And CO stands for Cults of Scorptox, but I've kind of moved away from it. I'm being more slow because I'm reading chat for the most part. Destiny, it's hard to say. It's hard to convince someone to play Destiny right now. It's hard to convince someone to play Destiny right now. Destiny has its flaws, and I'm certain that you have probably seen countless videos talking about how Destiny 2 is bad, how it flopped, all of these things. You've probably seen those things, right? I'm gonna guess, FT man, you've probably seen complaints about Destiny. And some of the complaints are very, very just. Very, very just. Like, I 100% see why people can say that Destiny has its issues, right? I cannot defend Destiny in its current standpoint, right? Destiny, like you said, does have slower gameplay compared to other games. It's just like, I mean, do you like looter shooters? Did you like Borderlands? Like, do you like Division? Do you like, I mean, like, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked before I say, yeah, buy the game. Destiny 1 isn't even really that much faster. It's just, I mean, it's faster when it comes to cooldowns. Where are my teammates? How are they not here yet? I'm tempted to wipe to get them out of here, like get them here.
So, where's this phallus?
Wait for it.
I mean, if you like the looty aspect, like, I mean, I guess you can kind of say that it's Borderlands light, sort of. Like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
The Vex just turned up their security measures, trying to flush us out of here.
They didn't shut down the servers of Destiny 1. What are you talking about? I can't currently justify someone spending money on Destiny. Like, I can't. That's not something that I can justify fairly. Titan skating was an exploit, though. Titan skating was an exploit. Did I do the raid? Yeah, I've done the raid. What did you find yourself spending the most time on in D1? This is something that no one else spent their time on in D1. I did patrols. I did a lot of patrols. Oh, no, fucking Miner! Miner, did you make another account? Did you make another account? Oh, you did. Look at you wasting your fucking time. Bitching about me being in here fucking playing video games on a fucking Sunday, my dude. Fuck you. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. Fucking what? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus, dude. Oh, man. God damn, dude. Like, holy fuck.
Wait for it.
Oh, fucking Christ, my man. Like, I am. Coming here, I agree with Miner. He does sit here. Like, what the fuck? You're a fucking Miner, my dude. Get the fuck out of here, Miner. Come back with your next account. Oh god. Oh god. My team. My team! Okay, I gotta focus for a second, chat. Hold on. I kinda want you to come do strikes with me. Alright. We got this, guys? Are we gonna be able to handle this time? Are we gonna... I gotta focus for a second, chat. Pick another fuck, like... I really don't want to do this. Hey, Quinn, I got a question for you, my man. I got a question for you. How old are you? Like, real talk. I'm gonna leave you here for a little bit, Quinn Miner. Miner, how old are you? Come on. Throw it out there. Throw it out there. How old are you? Like, how old are you, my dude? He's back. That's fine.
They see you when the Cabal was invaders. Relax. It worked out fine the first time.
Yes, I'm on PS4, but Miner. Come on, man. Did you expect to get banned? Were you not ready? Were you not ready to have some sort of meaningful conversation? Come on, Quinn. Come on, Miner. I wanted to talk to you, friend. You have 2 other accounts I can keep going? No, that's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. I asked how old you were. Come on, pay attention. Keep up, friend. Come on. Keep up, keep up, keep up. You're gonna fuck with me? No, 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 no. You're not fucking. No, no. Okay, dude. Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay. Man. Okay. Here's the thing, Quinn. Here's the thing. My question was, I know this is hard to follow. I know this is hard to follow. But I asked you how old you were. Alright? I asked you how old you were. I didn't ask you how many accounts you had. No, okay. So, first of all, no. That's not what I'm going to orbit. I'm going to orbit. I mean, Miner. First of all, I'm going to orbit because these guys literally cannot complete this for some reason. Miner. What I asked was, I really wanted to know like how legitimately old you are, because I didn't you couldn't comprehend. I know. Come back on your other account when you figure it out how to be a decent human being, Miner. Come back on your other account. We'll have another chat. Keep fucking with me because all you're doing is providing me more entertainment, my dude. See you in a little bit, friend. Just ignore it, not worth the time. Sometimes you just have to let it go. No, he's dude. He's exactly what I look for when I'm streaming. He's exactly what I look for. He's exactly what I look for. Everyone can hit me up with a friend request if you've sent me one. I don't know who this is, but I'll accept these people. Like, if you want to join me, come join me. If you're on my friends list or haven't sent me a friend request, send me a friend request. Christ. He doesn't faze me at all. You're 16 and you already have a better job than you. What is my job, Miner? Super Monkey, Miner, please. What is your better job than me? Please inform me. Please inform me. What is my job? What is your job? What does your job pay? What does my job pay, since you know? I'll look to see if anyone else is there's the friend request. Whoever gets in, gets in. I don't have one, so I can't compare. Okay. Right. Okay. Go ahead and get on your other account, my dude. Get on your other account. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Keep it coming. Come on. Just hit me with those insults. Right in the fucking chest. Do it. Hurt my heart. Oh, man. Let's do it. Do it. Come on. You know you want to. You got it, man. Super Monkey, come do it. Come do it. I don't care. It's not hard for me to ban him. Come on, dude, do it. I'm so ready for his next insult. And where did his other account go? I thought he had like 2 ready to go. He said he had 2 ready to go. He should have been back by now. Where did he go? Oh, I agree, Raven Rules. Like, I agree so much. Oh, I can't, I just, no. No, not this strike. Not this strike. I don't like this strike. Twitter's the only place I have multiple games because I'm constantly getting banned by shit libs. Forgot his passwords? Maybe. Or he's making one. Can't even remember his age. True. No, not doing Exodus. No way. Nice name. Bye. Sorry if you're gonna come in here. Yep. You know what? I'm not entirely. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I'll fix it in a second.
Hey guys, we've got a simulation in the forest that is quickly spiraling out of control. Long story.
Okay. On our
Hold on. I gotta fix something, chat. I gotta fix something. Go on with the strike. I will join you. I need to fix what I just did. Because I'm pretty sure that dude's been around before. I just don't, like, kind of jump the gun based on the name. We'll see if that's him. Hold on, though. Hold on. I don't know how to fix that. Hold on. I fucked up. All right. Gotta fix what I just did. Can't see what's going on, chat. There it is. Where did that go? Gotta find that one that I just accidentally banned. I'm sorry, chat. There it is. Didn't mean to do that. Fixed it. All fixed. Didn't mean to do it. There we go. Fixed it. Oh wait, did he come back yet? All right. Did we fix it? Did we fix it? What did I miss, chat? What did I miss? All right. You guys were just spouting memes. I appreciate you. That's kind of convoluted to do that. Nate, if you're still here and you're not minor, please come back. I'm sorry, didn't mean to ban you. Now it's time to catch up with the people that are carrying me. Know that I still use your farming methods from D1? No. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do, my man. Use them. So they're there for. I like that the imp still knows about cost coins. No, everyone else forgets about the commands that are there. Okay, what did I miss? Nothing really. Someone that was upset. I don't know. Someone that was generally upset about life or something. We're better though. Basically, yeah, memes. Memes, people being dickholes, you know. What?
Welcome to the past, your personal past. The root mine has re-established the conditions of your first visit, and I suspect much of the defenses leading to its spire.
I'm blaming you for this, Osiris.
Blame whomever you'd like. Just destroy that mine.
And everyone started. Look what you started. Yeah, you have to base it on the number of cost coins you have. What am I trying to do? Ultimately what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get as many of the weapons in the game that I can. The reason I want all the weapons in the game is so I can start shooting them at enemies, get damage numbers, then you said damage numbers to, you said damage numbers. It's PS4. But get all the enemies, get a bunch of damage numbers, get a bunch of reload speeds, get a bunch of RPM, look at everything, and then calculate a bunch of information. I'm calculating a bunch of stuff to make graphs that show the damage output of weapons, to show that either the game is way too balanced, or that like certain weapons should not be in the category that they're in, or those kind of things. What are cost coins? Cost coins are purely the amount of time you've watched the stream. It shows you my loyalty. It's how I gauge who becomes mods and who isn't mods and that kind of stuff. Cost coins, you just get them from being here. Like literally as you're here, you gain cost coins. The longer you watch, the more you hang out, the more you chat, the more you get. They don't do anything. They don't do anything other than give me an indication of how much people watch. Someone does cost coins and like... it's really not been that bad though, Tempest. It really hasn't. I mean, I can see like how it could take a while, but it's really not been that bad.
In 3 parallel simulations, I'll compose a detailed apology at a later date.
No, we won't.
Cost coins do work with phones. They count you if you are talking and chatting and are a viewer or saying things. You have cost coins, my dude. They just don't. They don't go up very fast. They go up pretty slowly. And you can also burn through your cost coins very. Does all the guns sound like that? I mean, like, what do you mean? How do I know how many you have? You yeah, type in cost coins. I'm counting as many weapons as I can get. I want to have probably like 50% to 60% of all weapons is generally what I'm going for. Is about 50 to 60%. I mean, I also have it turned way down. Go on, like, if you want to, like, the gun sounds are very, very, very different. And like, I mean, sound design in this game, it really depends on the person, but I think the sound design in this game is pretty good. Okay. It's immune. Oh. Okay. Flip coin literally is just if you win, you double your coins. If you lose the coins you bet. What did you mean by RPMs? Can you explain that metric? RPM, rounds per minute. Rounds per minute. Rounds per minute.
I was hoping the loot mine would take longer to get set up, but its arc beam is at full intensity. It'll be as tough as it was.
I'll be taking a lot of things into account so I can get damage and stuff like that.
Dramatic. You were asleep.
I saw things in the dark. The Traveler was there. It was so small.
I'm not measuring distance or speed or anything like that. I'm literally measuring damage output to comparatively do things. I don't know how many miner has. What was fun? The whole spamming of cost coins. It's nice seeing you play. Okay, fair enough. Have a good one, my dude. Never gave up on the game. If that's what anyone thought. Yeah, I know damage drop. I'm gonna like literally get as close to an enemy as I can and then shoot them. So like, I know for example, like I shoot this enemy, boom, I do 827, right? But I guarantee if I get up like super close to them and do that and shoot them in the same spot. Yeah, Quiver's still a perk. Quiver's just not as good, I don't think. Oh, I took a break too. I got burned out as well. You're not the only one, my friend. You are not the only one that got burned out. There's a lot of people that got burned out. It took until like some of my most recent videos for people to call me out for using the same footage. I use the same footage in a lot of videos because my videos aren't about the gameplay. And I'm just doing this so I can get diverse stuff.
You cut arc power from the spire. Nice work.
Exclamation point cost coins, that's how you check.
Stand by.
I'm looking for max damage of a weapon coupled with... I'm going to simulate theoretical best case scenario damage and then take into account reload time and then graph it. I'll show you kind of like a little idea that I like a little bit. Do you guys prefer streaming on YouTube or Twitch? I prefer streaming on where my community is, and my community is on YouTube. I'm going to basically theory craft all the damage in the game, assume best possible case scenario for said damage, then take in reload times for account and graph it all. You guys will see. You guys will definitely see. You'll get an understanding. When it all comes into play and all pieces together, you guys will get it, and I think you guys will enjoy it, and you'll understand the point that I'm going to make, and kind of show where the balance needs to occur. Oh, it's all good. Cost coin spam is cost coin spam. It's part of it. Sidetrack. How about this is called Red Rising? What is Red Rising? I feel like I should know, but I don't. I just need to have a lot of damage to do so. Like I need to have a lot of weapons, not a lot of damage, a lot of weapons.
Guardian down.
It does take a long time. It does. It really does. But I don't like to sit here and say like, look at all the time I spent. I'd rather try to get. Fair enough. I don't main anything. I just play whatever I feel like playing, and ever since Crystal Ice, it's been pretty much Hunter. I don't really have a main per se. I kind of just enjoy the game, and right now I'm enjoying Hunter. I'll show you guys once I like towards the end of the stream. I showed it yesterday, a little bit towards the end of the stream, like kind of like a little, I guess, prototype of what I was working on. Of like just dicking around with it before I actually did it. Why do I need everything? Because I don't need everything. I need majority of things. I want to have like 50% of the weapons so I could do a decent number crunch. Looking for a decent number crunch is all. Like I said, when the video actually comes out, you guys will see what I was talking about and like why it made sense. No, don't move. That Nova, that fucking Nova. What is that Nova doing? That fucking Nova was amazing. The little Nova that could, my dudes. The little Nova that could. There we go.
Root mine has been dismantled. What's next? We're putting out fires all over the place today.
I'll be honest, I can't remember where we left you. We're in the middle of 3 separate simulations.
We just met the biggest Vex Cyclops I've ever seen.
Did it.
Cracked it in half.
Oh, Dendron, right. You're so good at cleaning up Osiris's messes. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Now get out of there before the simulation shuts down.
Alright. Think I need to do one more strike? Yes, I need to do one more strike. One more strike. Because this will get us another weapon. I wonder, hang on a second, let me see where we are. Kind of curious as to where we are. We're at roughly 39% of all weapons currently, which is not too bad. I could definitely probably get up to 40% just by getting this, this next weapon, and then yeah, there's a lot of weapons that I could still get. I'm at like 39% of all weapons currently. Alright, have a good one. Kid Olivia, have a good one. Have a good one. I like that this changes all the time. It's pop one of those next time. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my Boon of the Dawning. Well, we'll see. Maybe. Is this Nessus? This is Nessus. Don't be the strike. Don't be the strike. Don't be the one. Damn it! No, you can't flip coin constantly. You have there's a cooldown. There's a cooldown between flipping coins. You could thank LeakDim for that. My mod for spamming. I mean, I guess you could say how generous. I'm just gonna use it. And that is how you win coins, but don't, like I said, don't overuse it. Because you'll drop all your coins if you just overuse it. It'll all go away. I'm gonna wait until armor comes out. Jack Johnson, I'm gonna wait for armor to come out. Gotta wait for armor to come out.
We got one report a few hours back, but it's been radio silence since then.
Indeed.
This is combat search and rescue in extremely hostile territory. The Hive are notorious for their cruelty. Expect the worst.
Those Guardians are my responsibility. Get in, get out, and don't die.
Hopefully also with like all the extra tokens and shit that we're getting, that I could also get a couple more weapons that I don't have. It becomes really difficult to get weapons like towards the end. That's why I'm not gonna I'm probably never gonna get all of them. I mean, I will eventually. Hopefully we can use all the gunsmith materials and whatnot to get a bunch of weapons and stuff as well. Pack of tokens is going to be helpful as well. No, come here. Thank you. I remember right, all timers are the same. It doesn't matter that it's on Xbox, but I may be wrong. Excuse me? Alright, see you, Ravens. Am I a lore nerd? I do enjoy the lore, but I wouldn't say I'm a lore nerd. Like I said, I do enjoy it, but I don't think I would consider myself a lore nerd. I will say this, FT man, because I just kind of thought about it. When you asked me if I would suggest you picking up Destiny, if you had asked me 3 months ago, I would have highly suggested it. And I bet you if you come back in a couple months, I bet you I'll suggest it again.
No one's backing down. Commander, are you there?
Don't come any closer. I swear if you try to...
I know that was kind of like off the cuff at a random point to say that, but
Broadcast came from somewhere nearby.
definitely probably say that.
Taliban, do you copy? Taliban, do you copy?
He did, and then he lost it all. Lost it all. Lost it all was the word I was looking for.
Don't understand. That
Oh,
guardian should be
no.
right around here.
Are you asking me? Mine's cost _YT.
Crystal was full of void light. All channels. This is a search and rescue team. Is anyone listening? Anyone?
Yeah, my radar's on colorblind mode because I am slightly colorblind.
Wait, hold on. It's some kind of summoning seal. There's a network of magic running deep into the arcology, powered by void light. They're using void light to summon something down.
What do cost codes give you? It gives me a gauge on how active people are. It gives me a gauge on how active people are. I mean, obviously I can tell like if you're like talking a lot and I recognize names and stuff. Like if I recognize names, that's a completely different situation. But like there's names that I recognize and I know that there are people that I've seen before. But it's all based on it's just my way of gauging how long you've been watching because you earn them through time being here. It's all good, Will, huh? My Twitter's mainly me just going on ranty little bits of like things, and I'll also like I'll also occasionally kind of give little preemptive talks of what I'm working on. How do you get cost coins? Just being here. Like literally every 10 minutes you spend here, you get cost coins for just being here, and then when you talk, you also if you're active in chat, you just get a little extra. So just hanging out, being part of the stream, you get cost coins. I wouldn't say it's about 50 per hour. I think it's like it might be 50 per hour. I could go look to see how many you get. I have it set up. I'll go look.
Rescue me. No, I'm coming.
I'll look after the strike. I mean, I still kind of do the same thing. Still kind of do the same thing. It hasn't really changed much. I just do things for a long period of time with the set goal in mind. Can you stop moving, please, so I can... I mean, it's not, what if you spam? Are you saying, like, lore-wise, what happens when you die? Okay, so essentially, to put it very, very simply, the Traveler, the Ghost, and the Guardian. So this is the Ghost, Guardian is the player, Traveler's the big ball in the sky. They're kind of in this, like, triangle, like, give and take situation. You are given light by the Traveler. Your Ghost is given light, your Guardian has light, and the Traveler creates light. If your Guardian dies, it basically means that he has ran out of his power, or his light, or his life essence, essentially. The Ghost can then use the light that it has to revive the Guardian. It is refilled, that light is refilled by the Traveler, and then, essentially what happens, the only way a Guardian can die is if the Ghost gets destroyed and then the Guardian dies. If the Ghost runs out of light, or the Guardian and the Ghost run out of light. It's kind of a give or take. It's kind of like you have to give in order to receive. Like, you can't just get more and more and more and more and more light. You have to give light to get light. It's a balance. So when you die, basically your Ghost revives you via that light. But if you don't have your Ghost, or your Ghost is destroyed, there's no way to be revived. So that's essentially, very simply put, how it works. It's a lot more convoluted and complex than that, but that is generally how it works. Yeah, I think people would be generally surprised on how much I actually know about the lore, like, considering that's really not my channel. It's viewers. It's viewers. Dingy. It's people that are part of the stream. Yeah, I mean, yes, sort of. I mean, I guess you could say that, yeah. Yep. Nope. Not IRL. In lore. No, I'm not going to tell you everything about the lore. I don't know everything about the lore. I just know a decent amount about the lore. But it also, like, it only is out when you pull it out, so, like, it also shields itself when you die. It shields itself, so. I'll give you an example. Okay.
No, don't come down here.
I know what to do. We have to turn the crystals against the Hive.
But there are no powered crystals in this chamber. What's plan B? Never mind. We're going with that plan.
But you said there aren't any.
Not yet.
I'm gonna get this weapon, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out what we're gonna do after we get this. Well, we'll turn everything in after this. Oh, ow. I'm not using a camera for my PS. I use a PC to stream. I use a capture card. It's a Logitech C920. If you're curious on what camera I use, though.
This is it.
But my PS4 is goes to an Elgato.
You did not.
And that Elgato then goes to my PC, which then I use to stream. Goodbye, friend. Only OG stream watchers will remember. Can it do these raids itself? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know the full answer. I could not tell you what the implications of why the Traveler doesn't have the power to do things or why it requires the usage of other people to do things. I don't fully know. I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you were really I did not anticipate you to be there. Oh. There you go. There's your answer. Oscar's got you covered. How's it going, Fluxa?
It's time.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen. It almost happens every time that we don't play the Wizards before he goes. There we go. I don't believe that's the case. Because, like, the whole reason that Ghosts and Guardians even exist is because the Traveler did it, like, release the Ghost in its dying breath, so... If that makes sense, it doesn't really make sense, but that's kind of how it all plays out. I got a gift of shaders. Dope.
Takeo and the other Guardians. Let's get back to command. Zavala and Sloan need to know about it.
Alright, cool. Let's go to orbit, go to the tower, turn a bunch of stuff in, then go back to Mercury, do all that stuff. No, it doesn't bother me. I just don't know the answers to all of them. No, strange coins aren't. You talking about 3 of coins? No. Yeah, I'm not done, Colby. I'm not done. I'm getting as many weapons as I can in the game to do. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm working on. So this is essentially what I want to do, but for all weapons. If it's still. All right, so this graph here, this graph kind of shows the spread of how weapons do damage and assumes that assumes the same reload for every weapon ever. But I'm going to create a graph like this, but for like a lot of the weapons, like a crap ton of the weapons, to get a damage over time and kind of see where weapons lay in that giant list. That's the whole point of it, and you'll see how it all plays out. But I need to have more than just like 7 weapons to get a good inference of what's going on. Oh, did we black box? Cost pointer time? No, I'm not gonna go that in depth. I'm not gonna go that in depth to cost pointer time. I'm black box. Black. See if this is not gonna work, but we're gonna try it. How is this still not fixed? How is this still not fixed? All right. We're gonna go to the place, and then we're gonna come back. Not gonna do cost pointer time. I could explain the whole thing, but I'm just not gonna do it. Where can I download the official cost cursor? The cost cursor. I will say this, like, I do have, for example, on my channel right now, I do have this emote. This is a emote that only I and sponsors can use. The thing is that I only have 1 emote slot. So if you want more emotes for streams, people have to become sponsors. Currently I only have 3 sponsors. I need to have 5 sponsors to get more emote slots. If you want a cost cursor emote, where it's just like a finger that you could use as emote in the stream, that is exclusive to my channel, boom, there you go. Did they ever say they're gonna make more vault space? I'm running out of legendary weapon space. Yes, they did say they're adding 50 weapon slots and some other thing. They're adding 50 slots and some other stuff. So yes, but they need more than 50. 50 is not enough. I'm tempted to do a video on it. I'm not sure though on why 50 is not enough. But yes, they did say it. They did mention they're adding 50 slots to the 200 we already have, which is still not enough. Still not enough. Yeah, 50 more slots, but they're working on more permanent fixes. All the things. Jinja Ninja. All the things. All of them. Hopefully we don't black screen again. Let me clear out my inventory though. Get rid of all these blues. What's the timer for coin flip? I don't know, a couple minutes. I agree they should just bring back kiosks and that should be the permanent fix, but it's still not gonna do enough. Yep. I agree with you on the whole. You never know what's gonna get buffed and nerfed and what's gonna get moved and changed. I feel like a lot of people are dismantling all of their hooray shaders. That, then we need to go there to get this done. Turn on all these. Yeah, we got good stuff. Did it black screen again? Holy crap, game. Did it really black screen again? Like, what the fuck?
There is hope for humanity yet. Guardian.
Did it really black screen again? Why does it keep black screening? I don't know when they said that they're gonna do it, but like, God dang, it black screened again. This is so stupid. It's so frustrating. Like, how is this a problem? I think the 50 slots is soon. I think it's soon. I don't know why it keeps black. So this is really irritating. I hate this. This is like the biggest thing that should not be an issue, but is an issue. Changing characters might fix it. I'm not going to change characters to fix it. I'm going to keep going to orbit and coming back until it fixes it. I don't want to change characters. Usually going somewhere else and coming back fixes it, but like, it's just not. Irritating. Do you think the next major update doesn't have to bring people back, or should they be doing more? They should always be doing more. It doesn't matter how many people will come back or not. I think that it's the next major update depends on what you mean by major update. Do you mean the next DLC? The next DLC won't bring people back. They need to always be improving no matter what. I'm gonna go fully to orbit. We're gonna go to orbit instead of doing director changes. Just full on orbit. It's major changes, not major updates. It's fixes for things that shouldn't be a problem. Like, there's no way it's not like there's too many people playing Destiny. Destiny's in a bad spot. It's not too many people playing. Promise you that. No way it's too many people playing. You're a new streamer, and I'm having a bit of trouble setting myself up. What advice and tips do you have for a beginner like me? Don't stop. Don't stop. Just keep doing it. If you're trying to build on YouTube to stream, you're not going to be able to build only streaming on YouTube. If you want to just stream, I would go to Twitch. You have to do YouTube content to get people to watch you on YouTube. What things are you getting? All the things. Specifically all the weapons. All the weapons. All the weapons. What happened with Destiny? We had to buy a PS4 to get more vault space because the PS3 was holding it back. That's not actually the case of what's going on. That's a very generalized statement of what was going on and what the issue was. The issue was that it was a compounding issue. It wasn't just vault space. There we go. I can see now. I'm doing a whole like weapon damage breakdown for the sake of doing a weapon damage breakdown. I'm doing it to kind of prove the point that weapons need to be moved around, and weapons don't belong where they are. It was a memory issue first off. Now it's not exactly a memory issue, it's other things. Cool. Thanks for the deadpan delivery. I already have a deadpan delivery. Thanks for that. Again, didn't help. Okay, so I already have one. Can infuse this up though. There's that. That's a 333 now, so I put that on 331 still. Yep. All right, I already have one of those. I already have a helmet that's 335. That's already 334. Don't care about the rest of the stuff. Could infuse, not going to. What else did I get? I got a cloak. And of course the cloak I got is 321. Why would it not be? Goodbye. All right, cool. There's that. Need weapons, game. True. All right, so let's turn that in. Not a weapon. That is a weapon. I don't know if I have that. No, I have that. That's a weapon. What is this? Stop giving me Aeon Swift. All right. 321 again, not gonna matter. Do I have Segura? No, but you just finish all the verses. You just gotta finish all the verses, then you'll have Segura. Do I have this weapon? Do I have a Husco? Doesn't appear I do. Press this, see if it's up to date. I did not have one. I do now. Cool. Move that over. Then I can get rid of this because I already have one. And I think that's everything. Got 49 cents enough to turn it into for at least one package over here. We're slowly getting...
What do you think?
Slowly getting all of the weapons. Give me a weapon that I don't have. Okay, I'll take it. It is a masterwork. I'll take it. Do I have one? Please tell me I have one so I can dismantle it.
All runs together, doesn't it?
Do I have a good bone structure? I don't. Oh, I do now, and it's masterwork. I guess I'm gonna hold on to it. I really want to get rid of it, but oh, I do have one. Nice. Okay, cool. I have one, so I can get rid of that. Goodbye. Do I have enough masterwork cores? I do. Who joined me? I'm already like, don't do that. I've already got full. Let's see here. Is there anything that I really want to turn? I mean, I kind of want to turn the perfect paradox into. We'll do it. Handling, whatever, doesn't matter. At least it's masterwork now. Cool. I think we're done here. Yeah. We are done. What app program are you using to find out what you have? I'm using Ishtar on iPhone. I'm using Dim and Destiny sets, yes. I just said I'm using Dim and Destiny sets. Alright, Spot J, sorry my dude. Gotta get rid of ya. Yeah, it's literally just play. Currently, the best way to get Masterworks is through the Gunsmith because the Gunsmith only gives weapons, so you have a higher chance per se, but it's literally just play the game. Where am I? I need a cloak to drop. Cloak would definitely help with the power here, because then I could make these better and stuff. But Trials, Raid, if you're specifically looking for weapons, the Gunsmith has a good chance as well. But yeah, Trials, the Raid, you get a lot of Masterworks by doing those. But it's a lot of just play the game. Yeah, I get Masterworks all the time. Like, I've gotten rid of a lot of Masterworks. this wasn't a masterwork, this wasn't a masterwork, this wasn't a masterwork, and that came as a masterwork. So I've gotten enough to turn 3 weapons into masterworks, and I don't even really play that much. I mean, that's probably doesn't seem true considering I streamed the last 2 days. I've played 8 hours in the last 2 days, essentially. Yeah, that would be interesting, to say the least. And that's now done. I mean, any sort of tracking I would be okay with. I'm not gonna complain about tracking. I still need 3. There's another weapon that we didn't have, so I'm okay with this. Power weapon level are you? 329? I mean, technically it's better. Okay, so that's how we're gonna get 332. Oh shit. That's actually a lot better. Alright. Cool. 334. Perfect. That makes things a lot better, actually. Let's go to you. Oh, okay. I could finish this week if I cared enough. Whatever.
Tread with care. I will show you the shape of truth. And yes, it is shaped.
Okay, so I've got the blossom.
I know you're still there, Guardian.
Need 2 blossoms. 2 cultures.
If you do not know what you want,
Cool, and then I just need the paradoxes, so I guess
the truth awaits.
the last hope killer. I mean, I guess.
Interesting.
Take those just to get those back.
Vance believes gathering supplies will give you insight into the ways of the universe. He's wrong. We gather them
Okay,
to grow
so
stronger.
Stand tall.
the only real way to get those is by doing what we were doing, so let's see how. Not bad. I could deal with that. I could deal with that for sure. Decent. That's actually not bad. Potent enough to add it all. Really? Okay. No. 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 Come back here. Come back. Go. This really isn't a, like, I expected this weapon to not be, it feels decent. Yeah, that's not actually, that's pretty good. I'm not really complaining there. That's a pretty, not bad at all, actually. I like this weapon. I never give sidearms the chance, and I think I like it because it's 3-round burst.
I'd say that's a pretty good haul. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Don't wanna die. Don't wanna die. No! I do like the Vex weapons though. The Vex weapons are pretty decent.
influence draws precious artifacts to the lighthouse. It is our right. No, our very duty.
Oh, that's right. It's freaking Cabal, and I ran away from where the Cabal are. And there's none over there. Cool. Didn't want it anyways.
Avex's mind has turned its thoughts toward our present reality.
All set. Initiating transmat.
What am I doing? I can just do this. I can be smart about it.
Stand on a thread that links past and present, preparation and triumph.
Guardian down.
It's a pretty potent little, like... I like it. Nope, nope. Okay. Oh god. No, no, no. No. Damn it.
Draw Osiris's attention to me. I mean, to us.
Ow. All right, let's do this part. Why? 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 Oh, actually, does it actually count? Can you actually just do that? Does that actually count as the heroic? I don't know if that counts as the heroic. Did they fix it? Because before they didn't count as the heroic. Oh well. Let me see where we're at here. Pressure, see if we're... You know what we're gonna do? Okay, so we're at 40%. We're at 40%. Here's what we're gonna do. Turn into orbit. We're at 40%. They used to not count as a heroic public event, by the way, so apparently they fixed it. Here's what we're gonna do real quick. Just type in dim. Just type in dim Destiny and you'll find it. There's an app. We're gonna go here real quick. We're at 40% of all weapons right now, which is actually about what's the best way to gather up quick legendary shards? Do a lot of Titan, Nathaniel. Just go to Titan and fucking farm for days. Titan's super fast. Titan is real fast. Or sorry, you didn't say that. Fucking Fluxus said that. It's all good. It's all good. I think it counts now because it said heroic public event complete. It used to say event complete if it didn't count, so it's all good. It's all good. I think it's good. It's all good. Why am I using an arc one on here? To play this doesn't matter. If it's not affecting my void, okay. At least for better. Void grenade or void melee? Let's go with void grenade. Let's change some stuff up. I don't need like all this mobility and. All right, cool. So. The flip thing. Oh, the flip thing is super fun. I mean, just a lot of people don't use it. That's mainly what it is. All right, we're gonna buy a couple of these, not a lot, but we'll buy 5 because I don't care about legendary shards at all. Buy one more. All right, there you go. Let's try to do this.
Hello, Guardian. Welcome.
Not a weapon. That's a weapon. Already have it. Not a weapon. Not a weapon. That is a weapon. Have all those. Damn it. I don't know if Mida's nerfed. Probably not. That's you. Wait, do I have one? No, I'm not gonna collect the rares. I do have. And it's reset. Bad news. I do have a bad news. Damn. 20 of those. I wonder if that's enough. Get another gunsmith. He's a blinkadoodlin. That means it's enough. No, I'm not gonna collect all the rare weapons. It's not gonna do anything for me. That wasn't. Why did you tell me that was enough, game? It wasn't enough to get a level. You lied. Lied.
Who did this? Who the freak ate my snack bag?
Where am I lacking the most on? Go base, scroll through. Let's see here. Really not. That's the thing. It's all gunsmith. It's the gunsmith that I'm hurting on. It's purely the gunsmith. Like, I'm only missing 2 Vanguard weapons. I mean, Nessus is pretty bad. Io is, I mean, technically kind of bad. Other than that, it's really just kind of waiting. Like, I could get a decent amount of the weapons when it comes to the faction rally. Honestly, where am I at? I'm at 40%. Yeah, I'm at 40% of all weapons. I think honestly I'm not. Other than the gunsmith, I'm really not hurting. Most of the weapons that I don't have are gunsmith weapons. Most. I mean, there's a couple like there's a couple weapons from yeah, there's really not that many weapons that I'm missing, surprisingly. Actually kind of surprising that I'm not really hurting. Got Infinitive Hats 8, so just really just the last forge weapons, and then missing the forge hand cannon. I'm missing the other forge pulse, and the forge auto rifle. So those are the 3 weapons I'm missing. That'll get me a decent chunk. And then the faction rally next week will get me a decent chunk. I'm up to 40% of all weapons, which really isn't that bad. Really not that bad. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it good today. I was at 36 when I started, Nathaniel. I was at 37% today. Okay, so over the last couple days, I had 31% of all weapons when I started streaming yesterday. When I ended the stream, I was at 37, almost 38%, and then today I've gone from 38% to 40%. The more and more weapons I get, the harder it's gonna be to get more new weapons. The only thing that I can really do, the faction rally, when that comes around, that's gonna get me a decent chunk of weapons. That'll really knock out quite a few weapons, actually. There was a point in time when I was missing like 5 weapons, but I deleted a lot like that weren't raid trials. So I've gone up like 9% of the entire game in 2 days when it comes to weapon counts. When the faction rally comes out, the faction rally is I can actually get quite a bit from the faction rally, because if I look at this, and I'm looking at this right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark Dead Orbit, 6, 7, 5 New Monarchy, 5 Future War Cult that I'm missing, and then if you go and look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, there's like the faction rally alone on Tuesday is gonna be able to get me at least, assuming good luck. Yeah, assuming good luck, I could get at least 12 more weapons. And considering how much 12 weapons will do, 12 weapons is a decent chunk. There's 56, 57, 56, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 20, 21, 56 plus 56. Oh, no, don't open Uplay. Don't open Uplay. Go away. 56 times 3 plus 21 plus 28 plus 2, 219. So 12 weapons divided by 256. Fuck. 56 times 3 plus 21 plus 28 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so there's 219. So 12 divided by 219. Okay, I will be at 45% of all weapons no matter what come the faction rally. There's 219 weapons in the game, not including exotics. But exotics don't really matter. Yeah, it'll go up about 5%. So I'll be at 45% no matter what come Tuesday when the faction rally starts. So by Wednesday, I'm assuming if I grind out faction rally pretty hard. Yeah, if I grind out faction rally. Thank you, I appreciate that. For better or for worse. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I could be at 45% of all weapons on Tuesday for sure, no matter what. Plus, there might be a couple weapons that I get that aren't the... There's a good chance that I could also get some of the weapons from the season 1 of Faction Rally. I don't know how it's gonna work. I'm assuming that's how it's gonna work. I'm assuming that they're going to include the weapons that aren't... Yeah. So there's potential for me to get like 50% just by doing Faction Rally. I would need to play all 3 classes to do it, but it's not a big deal. It'll work out, I think. I think I could start actually crunching the numbers come Wednesday. When you say grind, do you mean a token farm, or are you literally using your running around method? I do a lot of things. There's a lot of that I'm kind of focused on doing when I do it. I'm going towards... Here, I'll show you. It's easier if I just show you. Alright, so... A little insight of what my screen looks like at all fucking times. But this is what Destiny set shows me, and it shows me that I'm at 40% of all weapons, and these are like anything that's lit up are the weapons that I don't have, right? These are weapons that I don't have if you can see them, right? But what I'm doing is I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, so here's the Dead Orphan weapons that I don't have, right? Here's the feature, so on and so forth. And then I'll look and say, okay, the European Dead Zone, I'm missing 4 of the weapons, so I could get that. I could go to IO and I could really knock out weapons, because basically any weapon that I get from IO would get me a weapon I don't have. Like Titan, there's only 3 weapons I don't have, so it's not really beneficial to farm Titan. Nessus has a bunch of weapons that I don't have, so I'll probably get a weapon that I don't have if I farm Nessus. And then you've got Raid and Trials and the Vanguard. The Vanguard's really not worth it. The reason I was doing Strikes is because there's the Curse of Osiris. Gunsmith, constantly grinding the Gunsmith out because there's a lot of Gunsmith weapons I don't have. Basically, any Gunsmith weapon I get is a weapon that I don't have because there's so many. And then if you look at the Curse of Osiris, and do the same thing. Well, the Gunsmith has a lot of weapons that I don't have, so Gunsmith really is the best place for me to get weapons right now. And then I can also look and see the Mercury. You got 1, 2, 3 weapons that I don't have for there, so that's weapons that I can get. And you've got the new factions for that. So like I'm looking at this and saying, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons I can get here. 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons here. 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons here. Plus the weapon that are being sold at the end of the faction rally that I could potentially get 1 more. So that's 13 more weapons that I can get. And that's how I'm looking at it and saying, where can I farm to get it? So I'm doing my token farms on specific planets to get specific weapons, but I also know that I can get guaranteed weapons by doing, and I'm also constantly getting legendaries and stuff, so. I'm not too worried about getting trials and stuff. I'm not too worried about getting trials weapons. Like, trials weapons would be nice to get, but again, not a big deal. I'm not sitting here saying like I need a flawless run or anything like that. It's not a focus of mine. If I really wanted to do it, I would go do it. Like I said, I have 40% of the weapons, and I could pretty impactfully start crunching the numbers now, and I'm probably gonna start doing that. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you kind of how I'm gonna go about this, right? So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to kind of what I've got going on and what I plan on doing. So let me open this up. Leave. Fuck, I realized I just did something. I need to fix it again. I need to find it again. Hold on, chat. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm doing, but I gotta find something again. Where is it? Okay. Found it. There it is. Alright, so... Okay. So I'm going to show you guys this again. We're going to go back to like some of my background stuff, what I do in the background. Alright, so we got this, and this is just shows like a different thing. So like the Living Memory, the Stroller Under the Nameless Midnight, Origin Story, Nightshade. Shows its RPM right there. We got mag size right there. And then there's single shot. There's a precision shot. Then I use this information to do damage per magazine and damage per magazine with precision hits. And then I got bullets per second based on the RPM. I've got time to empty, which is based on the bullets per second times the number, the divided, or magazine size divided by bullets per second equals the time to empty. And then I can calculate the damage per second by taking the damage per mag and the time to empty. Sorry, precision shot, or the damage per mag divided by the bullets per second, and then I also have the bullets per second precision. And I'm using all this information to gather up stuff and getting the information that I need. So that's kind of what I'm going through, but I'm going to do that for a bunch of weapons. So like, for example, I don't have the information on like some of the weapons in my inventory. So that's kind of how I go about it, and that's what I'm going to do for everything. You're like, where do I get my single shot? Well, I walk up to things and I literally shoot at them super close. So I've already started collecting the data on a specific couple enemies. So I'm going to show you kind of how I go about it on Mercury here. Then I'm essentially going to do that for a ton of weapons and then start crafting things. The only thing that's going to take a long time is calculating reload speed. And I need to find out if there's a way that I can quickly calculate reload speed. Yeah. A good chunk of weapons in the game. So what I do is I come down here and I'll do something like this. So I know that this weapon I don't have tracked, right? So what I'll do is I get super close to something, right? And shoot them. Okay, that does 184 damage. Now I know single shot is 184. See? 184, 184, 184, 515. So now I have the precision and not, right? 184 and 515 for this weapon. Now I come over here and just to make sure, just to prove it, it's 515 for precision, 184 for the body. Good. Now I have a single shot damage. Now I can come over here and do the same thing with a different weapon. And I can say, okay, that's 110 per bullet, and that's 284 per burst. So then I can come in and look at it. You don't need to put it on a scout report, don't waste it. So then I'll look at the rounds per minute, and that's 150 on this, and it's got a magazine size of 150. So I'll plug those numbers in, and it'll do all the calculations for me. It's really, really simple. It does not take a long time to do it. It actually does it pretty on point. So let me show you how it does it, how simple it is for me to actually do this. So we'll come back to this, and we'll go back to the spreadsheet, and we know that this is the garden. This, and then, okay, so we know the RPM is 150. We know that this is 33. We know that the single shot was 184, and we know the precision shot was 515, right? Then all I have to do is click on this one, boom, it calculates it. Click this one, boom, calculates it. Take this, and just drag that down. I didn't mean to do that one. So that's fine. And then boom, it calculates, and calculates. So now I have all the information, boom. Now we know how much damage it does, right? And then I can do the same thing. I can come down here and do the Traveler's Judgment, right? So we got Traveler's Judgment. We got Traveler's Judgment 5. I don't remember what they were, so now I'm gonna have to go back and shoot some things. So we'll go back over here and shoot something real quick. I believe it was 284 precision, but I don't remember body. 284 precision for sure. But I just want to be super close to everything. And I can only shoot specific enemies, so give me just a second. Let me switch back to where you guys can see, so you're not looking at a freaking spreadsheet while I'm talking. That's boring. You guys don't care about the background stuff. Well, you might, but it's just not something that really matters. So let's run over to this guy here. Give him a little body shot. So it's 110. 110 and then 284. So 110, 284. Cool. So now we know those things. I can now plug those in. And reload speed's going to be the thing that's going to be hard to calculate, but then again, I may not need to do it. Right? So again, we could do this. We got 110 and oh, that's not it. 110. We got 284 precision, and then if we open up the thing and look at the weapon itself, it's got an IPN of 491, and its mag size is 30. And again, really simple, just drag and drop, and now we've got a whole bunch of information about how good weapons are and where they stand. That down, drag that down. So it's very quick. I just need to have the weapons, and I just move them around in my inventory, and I can start calculating them all. So it's super easy. Are you taking damage fallout into account also? There's no reason to take in damage fall off if I'm literally barrel stuffing them. See a Taco Cat. Like if I literally walk up to him and get this close, there's no reason to take into account damage fall off in a perfect damage situation. Like there's no reason to do that. If I'm that close, that's literally going to be the thing. Sure, I could stand back here and be like, okay, it's actually 55 at this range, right? And it's, you know, it's 55. I could do that, but that's really not it's not needed. There's no reason to do that. When I can literally walk up to him, barrel stuff him, boom, it's 110. Right? There's no reason taking damage fall off into account on a weapon when the best case scenario is accounted for on everything. Right? It's why, but also as you see, this one's 170 and 125, right? There's no reason to take in damage fall off if I'm barrel stuffing them. Like if I'm literally sitting like this and doing this kind of damage to things to get damage numbers, there's no reason to take in damage fall off. The only thing that matters is that I do not shoot orange bars, and I only shoot, and I know they're not orange for everyone else, but you get the point. As long as I shoot the same lowball enemies, they're all done on Mercury, and all the damage is done like that. So like as long as I always do this, right? And it's actually 297, so I need to fix that number. Not 290, 284. Like I just need to barrel stuff things. Like that's all I need to do. So no, I'm not taking into account damage fall off if every weapon is being barrel stuffed. And that's how I'm going to do it for every single weapon. Now you might be wondering, okay, but what about shotguns? Boom, right? So it's 123 to 124, but if you shoot at the wall, you can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So like, as long as every single one is taken, so if I shoot like that and I look at it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like there's just that, like that's, so you can count how many pellets there are, and now I have the damage, right? Just keep doing this and count the pellets. So that's how I do it. I'm not gonna go and do it's not the point of the video. I mean, I could, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is not to do, like, it's not to do a maximum minimum damage scale. It's to find out where weapons lie. Like, there's no reason to do that. One, because at ranges, it's really hard to hit precisions. Especially with weapons that don't, like, that are like this. Like, it's super hard to hit a precision, like, at that kind of range. Like, sure, I could probably try a whole bunch and, like, try to hit it, but it's just, like, if I just even get tapped, it's, like, so hard to hit a precision. Like, it would take so long to hit a precision at this range. Like, it's just not, it's not feasible to hit precisions at that range with certain weapons. So there's no reason to do that. Yeah, like, so essentially you'll be able to use it for countless reasons. You'll be able to see what weapons, you know, what weapons sit at the top of the list in PvE. And like, you could see what weapon, like, I'm gonna test it in PvE and not go into PvP, but you know, that's not a big deal. But what I also want to know is if the reload stat, for example, like if the reload stat right here, whatever this means, right? If I look at the reload stat and it fills it up that far, well, if I go look at the actual weapon in the armory, I can then say, okay, well, they say that is 59. If another weapon is the same thing, does it have the same reload speed? Because if I can figure out what the time to stat bar ratio is, I won't have to literally go like this and then reload, record, and then boom, it's ready. Like, I don't have to, like, start the animation, wait for it to finish, and ready. That time frame that takes to reload is going to take a long time to do for all these weapons. And sure, it's not super bad. It's not going to take me forever to do it, but I would like to be able to accelerate the process of counting reload speed. So it's going to be a challenge to do. It's not going to be easy to do, but once it's done, it's going to be incredibly useful for the entire community. For many reasons. And it's not something that someone has done. Like, sure, people have been like, yeah, this weapon obviously is better than others, and the meta shifts because of what people use. But I want to my whole point is proving that, like, where weapons sit and if they should be sitting there and what kind of balance we need and those kind of things. Like, the problem being, right, with some of these weapons, right, for example, I don't have it on me, but the Nameless Midnight, for example, the Nameless Midnight doesn't have it has explosive rounds on it, or explosive payload. I can't remember what the perk's called. But it has explosive rounds and explosive payload, and the thing is, with explosive rounds and explosive payload, that is part of how Bungie balanced it, and I don't think that should be the case. They balanced it based off the fact that it has explosive payload, which is fine, I guess, right? It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's gonna cause problems down the road, especially if they, like, with people trying to want random rolls back. Well, they would have to totally rebalance so many weapons. And if they balance weapons again, like, again, you would have this situation where it's only good with explosive rounds. Like, and it just goes back to having the same weapon setup that we already have, and that's a problem. So, it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of happens with it. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with it. I don't know what's going to happen with it and how things are going to work out. I don't know what kind of numbers I'm going to find. I have no idea what I'm going to find out. But that's kind of what intrigues me about it, is that I have no idea what I'm going to find out when I do it. And I think that's the thing that's the most interesting to me, is the fact that I don't know what I'm going to find out, and I will have specific perks for exotics, like D1. What do you mean? It's just gonna be interesting to see how it all works out. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna take some time. We'll get it figured out. It's just not something that I can very quickly accomplish. Like I said, I could knock out a lot of it, and I think that's what I'm going to do, is just kind of start knocking stuff out. Like, for example, if you freaking unload this thing, right? And you just are like, you just do this. Like, it takes a lot of time to reload, right? You also is there a thing where does it reload faster if it's not an empty mag, or does it take if the mag is empty, does it have a longer reload speed? It doesn't appear that it does, but I don't know, because that's something that video game developers do. Empty mags take longer to reload. So it's really kind of like, it's gonna be a long test. It's gonna take a long time to do. And I will get it done. It's just going to take a long time. And I might dig around in the Crucible playbook a little bit and see if I can use some of their information that they have as well. I don't know if the Crucible playbook has reload speeds anywhere, or has all the D2 weapons mapped out already. Like, those are things that I need to look to see if I can speed up this process. But I also want to do it on my own accord and see if I get the same numbers. But my voice is kind of itchy. May not sound like it. My voice is kind of itchy. I'm gonna call it here. I might stream tomorrow. If I don't stream tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna stream on Tuesday. I'm gonna go dig around and try to get a lot of this done. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to end it here. It's been fun, guys. Again, I'll stream when I can, and hopefully more often. But I think I'm going to get out of here for now. Y'all are the best. I am going to do this. I am going to type this. If you can and if you want, you can always, the option is there to sponsor me. That is a monetary thing, so you don't have to do that. But if you want the free options, follow me on Twitter. I want to see what they do with mods 2.0, Wilhelm, before I start worrying about that. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, and if you want, you can become a sponsor, but it's not an obligation. Only meant it one time during the stream, and that's the end. But like I said, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are the best. You guys are awesome. You guys are fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you guys next time.